name is Stevy Acevedo and welcome back to another episode of the Curator's Corner. Today in this episode, we'll be talking about the Santa Anita Race Track. In our collection, we have photographs, postcards, jockey uniforms, records, street flags, pins, tickets, brochures, and so much more from the racetrack. Here on display, we actually have a ticket machine from the Santa Anita Race Track. Today, the Santa Anita Race Track sits across the street from the Guild Museum. But did you know the original racetrack was on the same city block as the Guild Museum and the Arcadia County Park? The original racetrack was created by Elias Jackson Baldwin in 1907. Baldwin made California famous by winning classic American horse races. Baldwin had a long history of loving horses and horse racing. When he was a young boy, he liked to play with his parents' horses and would go riding. He bred many of his horses while living in Rancho Santa Anita, but for many years he dreamed of opening his own racetrack near his home. In 1934, with cash in hand, Baldwin decided to open up a racetrack on his property. The park opened in 1907 for 103 days of racing and was called the most modern of all racetracks in the far west. One of the last days of the first season, Baldwin came out to look at the racetrack and said, "I desire no other monument. This is the greatest thing I have ever done, and I am satisfied." The Santa Anita Race Track was home for 4 winners of the American Derby: Volante, Silver Cloud, Emperor of Norfolk, and Rey el Santa Anita. Baldwin's horses and jockeys would carry his colors, which consisted of a maroon Maltese cross on a black background, such as this one. Unfortunately, Lucky Baldwin would pass away in 1909, the same year that horse racing became illegal in the state of California. The track fell into disrepair and burned to the ground in 1912. The idea to build a new racetrack was formed as early as June 1932, when Anita Baldwin, daughter of Elias Jackson Baldwin, asked her manager to send a letter to the Arcadia City Council expressing a desire to change the zoning laws of the southwest portion of the Santa Anita Rancho property. Under Mayor Richard Krebs Jr., her request was approved. In 1932, in San Francisco, a group headed by the dentist by the name of Dr. Charles H. Shrub looked to open a racetrack in California, but had trouble locating a site in the Bay Area. At the same time, in Los Angeles, a group headed by movie producer Hal Roach also wanted to open a racetrack but faced difficulties in raising funds. The two groups joined together to form the Los Angeles Turf Club, which looked to open their racetrack in Arcadia, California. In 1933, horse racing was again made legal, and in early 1934, the California State Racing Commission granted a racing permit to the Los Angeles Turf Club to build a new racetrack in the city of Arcadia. The club got some input by Anita Baldwin on where the track should be put, and it was Anita who suggested on the location be at the Y-formed intersection of Colorado Boulevard and Huntington Drive. Thanks to the change in the zoning laws, Anita Baldwin was also able to sell the land to the Los Angeles Turf Club for the new racetrack at $1,100 per acre. The opening of the racetrack was a culmination of work between Arcadia Planning Commission, the Arcadia City Council, and the Los Angeles Turf Club, and the building was designed in the Art Deco style by architect Gordon B. Kaufman. The new Santa Anita Racetrack officially opened on Christmas Day 1934. The Los Angeles Times reported that many celebrities, including Clark Gable and Will Rogers, went to see the opening of the new track, and for many years it would be a place known to attract celebrities such as Betty Grable, Cary Grant, and Bing Crosby. The new racetrack was an instant success, despite the ongoing Great Depression. From the start of their project, both Shrub and Hal Roach wanted to offer high-value purse in order to draw both big names and attention to the racetrack. They established the Big Cap and the 100 Grander, with the purse value at $100,000, which was unheard of at the time and was the largest prize for horse racing. The Santa Anita Racetrack has served many purposes. It was used by the military during World War II, was the site of many films, and was utilized for the equestrian events during the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. And of course, probably the most famous racehorse to go through Santa Anita was Seabiscuit. Thanks once again for joining us for this episode of the Curator's Corner. We hope to see you next time. Bye!